Hello, everyone. Welcome to Infinity Draft 2 Sing Bravely. This is a fan deck tournament featuring several of the creators from the Scramble group, as they have some of Unmatched most seasoned players duke it out in tournaments involving their fan decks. As we How this tournament works is that the players beforehand essentially drafted a pool of 4 fighters from a large pool of both fan decks and official decks. If you've seen anything like Cobble and Frogs and how they do formats, it's very similar to that. Right now, we are having Glare versus Mitosis in week 2, and before we start assigning fighters to predetermined maps, our players basically have the choice to ban one deck that they don't really want to come up against this round, and I think they've already made their decisions. Well, Glare
Oh, I
has.
love actually
Mitosis is thinking a
the card
bit.
backs are cool. I just noticed.
Yeah, yes, they were made specifically for the tournament because it's our own special pick ban deck, and we don't have access to the official tournament table template, so we made do.
And what does that mean? The sing bravely.
It's just a random subtitle.
Oh, okay.
I mean, would you really take that, or would you take Electric Boogaloo?
Okay, thank God they banned these two. Okay. Shredder
All
and
right. So, for you Shredder and Moon Knight fans over there who are hoping to see them prove their mettle, you're going to be a little bit disappointed, but don't worry. We've got plenty more chaos in store. And now that we've determined our bands, we now go. Our fighters will now assign their other 3 rosters to 3 maps. These were predetermined at the start of the tournament, and for week 2, we have Fairland Forest from Steel and Silver, the Globe Theater from Slings and Arrows, and a custom map from a fan-made Spider-Man set, Times Square.
yeah, Siren to
Times
Silver.
Square has
We're seeing something interesting
Times.
tonight. Yeah.
Mhm. Times Square is particular has no gimmicks like, say, Fairland or the Globe. But we do have our first round. We do have our first game of this round, which will be the Singularity versus V1. V1, for those of you not in the know, is from an indie boomer shooter called Ultra Kill, which is an early access title about a robot blasting its way through hell in order to consume the blood of the damned. It recently had a massive update about, I want to say, a week ago, that its fan base has basically been salivating over. So you still remember Singularity from the Sci-Fi reveal stream, yes?
Yeah.
Mhm. For those of you unaware, Singularity is from Dead from Daylight. How their deck works is that they have biopod tokens that they place around the board. They can attack anyone from between 2 spaces of those. Normally, on some maps, there are some dead spaces because Singularity only has 5 of them, but Fairland Forest doesn't have any such spaces within 2 spaces of something else, so in this map, Singularity can have total board presence if they want it.
Okay. Okay. We do have V1 going first.
Yes.
Okay. Let's wait. Do the maneuver. Oh no, they do a mulligan. Okay.
And we
Yeah.
do have an interesting matchup if you look at their character cards. We have one solo who is move 3 ranged, and the other who is a move 2 melee.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Tell me about V1.
V1 is a very hyper-aggressive deck. Their passive is that it recovers a health whenever it deals damage to a fighter adjacent to it. So even though it's a move 3 range deck, it very often wants to get in your face,
Okay.
as we see here, where it's boosting in with a
Oh,
Taste of
okay.
Blood, a common from Bruce Lee's deck.
Oh, okay, okay. We're going in, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, technically,
V1 is very
they
aggressive.
don't heal from this just yet.
Nope,
So,
not yet.
yeah, yeah. So the effect doesn't do anything yet. Okay, it's 6. Okay.
It is a print 6 against a genetic limit, so that is going to be 4 damage into
Yeah.
Singularity. That's not a good trade.
Okay, Singularity just pieces out. That was okay. That was basically like
It,
Witness.
I also think it. Hold on, I think I need to correct something.
How did Singularity draw that genetic limits? Oh, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. What the hell?
Excuse us. We only have the strictest enforcement of the rules here at Infinity Draft 2. Here we have Blood is Fuel. Blood is Fuel is a red 3 that lets V1 take a point of damage to consider itself to win, and if it wins the combat, it gains an action. So,
Okay, yeah.
it won't heal itself, but as you can imagine, V1 has a lot of cards that damage itself in order to gain some benefit, which includes this scheme, which is going to let V1 move, draw 2 cards, then gain an action. And noticeably, if it wants to gain an action, it has to take all 3 points of damage because the scheme cares about how much damage you take.
Okay, okay. Top to bottom, yeah. Oh, so it's kind of like
Mhm.
a T-Rex-ish fighter. Uses HP as a
Yep.
resource.
Yes, very much so.
Yes, this is still V1's attack. Okay, yeah.
Yes, this is still V1's attack. It was an built for war into an Eyes Everywhere. Eyes Everywhere deals damage to everyone within 2 spaces, and built for war draws a card, but draws 2 if V1 or the opposing fighter took damage. And because defenders resolve first, V1 got to draw 2 instead.
There's still maneuver range for V1 at least for range attack.
Yes, V1, running away from V1 is very hard.
Yeah, I mean
It's like
technically
running away from Genie.
running away from Singularity is also pretty hard, right? But
Yeah.
they're running away. Oh wait,
That was a core eject, which is a 3-value boostable into another genetic limits.
yeah.
As B1 is a hero, it cancels the effects, which stops a lot of damage. Here we see Singularity take another turn to double maneuver. Singularity is not as equipped to go full send as B1, so most often than not, Singularity is just kind of waiting and biding its time.
A
Here
blood
we
is
have another
fuel.
Blood is Fuel into a Terrorize.
Technically, that stops terrorize from activating. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Does it?
Oh, no, but it does.
Okay. Huh?
Never
You
mind.
will be considered to win the combat. So that okay.
Yeah,
That should override. It's not like Bullseye arrogant but
yeah.
effective.
It is actually kind of like arrogant but effective, but during combat.
Yeah.
And
Another
here
blood
we
is
have a
fuel.
Slipstream into another Blood is Fuel.
Okay.
V1, as you can notice, is already going down to 3 health to the Singularity's 10.
Yeah.
So even though Singularity is running for its life, it only really needs 1 good interaction at that
Which is
point.
actually like surprising. Oh, okay. We do get to see V1's hand. And that was V1 would be defeated, instead prevent all combat damage. Okay, so
Yes.
that does
Uh,
allow V1 to play very recklessly.
mhm. And if you'll notice and as you can see, V1 has copied their cards, and another reason they have Hell as Fuel is their unique cancel, Parry. Parry works a lot like No Pray No Pay in that you may boost it, and it cancels if the value of the card matches. As you can imagine, it's very card intensive, and so most often at a time, you'll see V1 using it as a boost 4 rather than like as
Yeah,
a cancel. So it's one of V1's weaknesses that their cancel is very unreliable.
yeah.
Um, what is your initial impression of this game so far?
I was basically full sending it, right? I'm actually, it's a kind of V1's HP just kind of started dropping somehow. That's it. I don't
The
know how this became
it
3
took
HP.
V1 took 6 damage from Even Metal Will Bleed, and then
Yeah,
took 3 more damage from
from
Blood
Blood
is
is
Fuel.
Fuel.
So that's
9.
all of V1's
Oh
damage
yeah,
so
actually
far
yeah.
this game has been
9. Yeah,
self-inflicted.
okay, I see it. Okay. Yeah, Singularity hasn't attacked yet, I think. Or have they?
I don't
Or
think they have.
hmm. Also Evil Sofa. Do I still play locally? Very infrequently. I think I mostly play it online now. Although the Philippines does have a very active offline scene, but it's a bit in a like next city to me. Okay, we see another interaction. Marksman into machine learning.
Yes, Marksman is a card that if the top on the discard pile is the same boost value as the opponent's, they get to ignore the value, but machine learning has a boost value of 3, so that does not proc.
Yeah. Okay, we see another. We get to look again.
Mhm. And V1's hand is actually looking rather bulky because they have a parry, which they can boost to a 4, Panic Betrayer, which is a 2 to 5 shift if V1 has 5 or less health, and another copy of Taste for Blood, which is going to proc and let V1 draw a bunch of cards, Into the Fire, which is a 4 block if V1 is adjacent to the opposing fighter. So, a lot of good block options for
Yeah.
V1 here.
Although, like, it's worth mentioning that V1 kind of like they played Even Metal Will Bleed, Blood is Fuel, that's like their action gains. And then they're
Mhm.
down in deck and at 3 HP. And Singularity is at 10 HP, so pretty healthy still. But is it
Yes.
possible that V1's like out of it? Actually?
Oh no, V1 has tons of damage.
Okay. Take your word for it.
And here we have a Squirm Little Worms into a Panic Betrayer. Panic Betrayer will full block the Squirm, but
Singularity does gain
Panic
an
Betrayer.
action. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it actually pronounced V1? It is V1, right? Yeah, it's
Yes,
V1.
it is V1.
Also, uh yeah, in Quezon City. I am from Laguna, by the way, here in the Philippines. So a bit far from the NCR, new capital,
Mm.
NCR.
And here we have a Parry go into a Squirm Little Worms. Hmm, that is not the right interaction for V1.
You have
And
to,
yeah, they will boost
yeah, boost 3,
flank 4.
take 1 damage.
Mhm.
Okay, okay, and this boy is still here actually. I'll jump into their voice chat after this.
Ah, yeah, into the interview room.
Oh yeah, that's like per game, not the entire series.
We can do it after the match. How do you do it?
We can do it after the match. That's how I do it.
Alright.
Just even for just a
Mhm.
brief moment.
Fair enough.
Also, I'll give them instructions for how to place their stuff actually.
Mhm,
Okay, so Singularity uses the Biopod to attack.
mhm.
Okay, it's
Yep,
basically the
and we'll.
ambush.
Mhm.
Look, 0 cards in hand for V1.
Yep, and then V1 will maneuver. Probably looking to back off. Oh no, they're just going straight for it.
Good attack with okay, something with card draw most likely.
Yes, probably the third copy of Built for War.
Oh, okay, interesting. I
Oh, I,
mean,
I don't think they
Singularity can
expected
win now, no?
Singularity to have a defense.
I mean,
Yeah.
even if Singularity didn't have a defense there, they take 5 and then that's it. Is this it?
Yes,
GG? Attack with G?
I think so.
What's up with that? What? That was a rant. I mean, maybe I don't know. Okay, let's.
I think I think V1 took too much self damage there.
But I mean, even if even if Singularity took that hit there, they'd still be alive. It wasn't like a Hail Mary. That was like there was a way that was going to be the winning play. Can we jump in there?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Let's jump in there.
The room is full. Oh, yeah. Or the interview room. Do we move there?
Yes. Let's drag him in here. But yeah, no,
Big
that was
face.
If you're familiar with Full Send Friday, you just got very similar things.
Yeah.
Singularity, 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 singularity.
What's up?
You just got slaughtered by your own kid.
So what did I say? What did I say, Nav?
Frankenstein style.
But look, I'll let Glare and Montaj roast me, but remember, we play.
Wait, we can.
Our
Yeah.
record is like 507. Yeah. I just wanted to inflate Singularity stats.
Oh, is that your plan?
Yep.
Oh, I get it now.
So that's why you took 9 points of damage from your own cards.
Yep.
Uh,
Is anything wrong?
Okay.
I
Yeah.
my toasters ended up at 3 health, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, that
wait a
was like,
second.
I was like
Oh.
watching. Like, I don't know what the
Hi.
hell that happened.
I was kind of banking on like recovering the health at some point. I don't know.
Yeah, I blocked off really well, actually.
Yeah.
Machine learning kind of freaking walled V1 off. That like knuckle buster to the noggin scared me, but I was like, oh, hello.
If I'm being real, I should have played it slower after that, but where's the fun in that?
That's true.
I was like V1 like went in and then did nothing. Basically. Full sending to
V1
deal 5 damage.
Full V1 took a glass of blood, said for content, and then jumped in.
Hey, in all of our defenses, we did both open up some alcohol for this game.
No,
I thought you were going to keep that a secret.
no, I'm about like a third of the way through a bottle of soju right now.
I'm crushing a can right now, so
We have the best, most seasoned players here, ladies and gentlemen.
well, I can definitely say seasoned.
I'm retired. I get to do whatever the fuck I want.
That is true. You're kind of like you're kind of like the adventurer that's already seen it all. Your days are spent going golfing or whatever it is rich
No, I'm
British
not
people
golfing.
do.
I'm better than that.
Golfing? That is an insult.
At
Ew.
least like I don't know, make it like NASCAR or horse racing or something.
Okay, you're doing NASCAR.
All right.
It's a bit too much. You're playing a board game now.
All right.
Wait.
Well-
Before you guys go, can you do the discard pile like this, kind of like Vorpal style, or yes,
Oh, like above the
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll
Yeah,
play
yeah,
above
yeah.
the stuff.
Sure, sure,
and then
sure.
play the cards here because sometimes I miss the cards when
Okay.
they're a bit low.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Thank you guys.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Bye bye.
All right, game 2.
Yahoo!
Okay.
That was a game one to remember.
Yeah. I mean, they're done now for now. But from your internal testing in your group, like, have you found like either V1 or Singularity to be especially powerful, or no?
It was kind of the thing where it's like we thought we were a little afraid Singularity was under, and then wait. I think this has actually been incredibly prevalent even in Infinity Draft 2, is that Singularity's numbers are actually a little bit above curve, and it's got enough damage to just close out games. Like, even if it doesn't get to do its thing, so it generally tends to even out. And now we have the Wayward Sisters versus Batman. Welcome to Unmatched, ladies and gentlemen.
We start.
All right.
Okay.
Welcome to round 2, everyone.
What's Batman's deal?
Batman's deal is that when he resolves effects on his cards, he is considered to have won the combat if there is a copy of the opponent's card in their discard pile. So Batman likes to drag out games, generally make you defend suboptimally in order to stop a lot of his nastier effects like interrogation, which is a 2-verse that is effectively stolen memories if he wins. He has an action gain card that, like Bolster's Beatdown, gains 2 actions if he wins combat. And then one of his other nastier cards is a Superstitious Cowardly Lot. Batman names a card, and if you have it in your hand, you're forced to defend with that card if you can.
And then we see the first interaction of Hurly
Which is
Burly
a
into
hurly-burly
always.
into an always prepared.
Okay, yep.
So,
uh,
always prepared is a 3-value versatile that gives Batman the option to choose from several effects, much like Dr. Trent's utility belt.
yeah.
But in tying with his gimmick, if he wins the combat, he gets to choose any number of effects.
Okay.
And Batman won the combat normally without the aid of his passive because it was a 3-block into a 3-value hurly-burly.
Yeah.
So Batman's numbers are just good enough that he can occasionally cheat out a win the old-fashioned way.
We did choose to resolve the draw and the damage.
Nope, I think they just chose to leave it in their cauldron. Probably so that they could play Toil and Trouble. And yep, Batman names Toil and Trouble with the Superstitious Cowardly Lot. Or not, because they got a hand peek from the sisters, so I presume they set an invalid card, which makes a little bit of sense. Or maybe Batman and unintentionally named a card to get hand information. That is always a thing he can do. And then Batman takes a maneuver action. He is move 3, so
Yeah.
much like Shredder and Bigfoot, he has enough board coverage to go across the board if he wants to. And here we see Sister Howlett attacking
okay,
Robin.
taking. Okay.
And that is
This
a
is a-
6-value double-double, which is going to give Robin on the spot. I don't think DC Comics would approve of that.
Okay. It's a wily fighting. Okay,
Yep,
5
it
value
is a
attack,
wily
but
fighting, but it's going to trigger after. It is going to trigger after the place effect from
yeah,
board,
yeah.
so
So it's
this is just basically a blank 4.
yeah, a bunch of cards there in the Wayward Sisters Cauldron. When they do
I think
activate their spells, it's going to be a bit. It'll hurt having to discard this many cards from the Cauldron.
they're probably gunning for the action gain.
Yeah, it's the most efficient now at this point. Does Batman have a lot of after combat movements?
Yes, he has a lot of it.
Maybe in that
He
case,
has movement on always.
oh, it's a feint. Okay, I think that works.
No, that's the best feint punish the sisters got, and yep.
Yeah.
They are casting a spell to
Batman parry.
I don't know what they're gonna do with this.
I think you might as well gain the action, I guess.
Yeah, they're gaining an action.
Yeah,
Probably
okay.
attacking with the other copy of All Seeing Familiar.
Okay.
And yep, they are.
That does mean that Batman has won the combat.
Yes, because there is a copy of
Yeah.
All Seeing Familiar.
Which is pretty good for Batman, but
Oh wait, actually, hold on. The Wayward Sisters are going to use the effect of All Seeing Familiar to return it to the Cauldron, which means that Batman actually doesn't win.
That's great. Like, that's cool.
Mhm.
What's the moment to shift? Random ass movement into attack.
What else could it be? Yep, and this is a Fire Burn and Cauldron Bubble. Oh, this is actually the shift of the deck. Dynamic Duo. It shifts to 5 if Batman and Robin each share a zone with the opposing fighter, but as Robin is off the board, this is a blank 3.
Yeah. Okay, we're playing Prophecy.
Mhm.
And the Cauldron is full once more.
We may be seeing more action gain from the sisters, although they may want heal at this point, and just lean into their innate tankiness. Nope,
Okay.
this is a feint into another double-double. Batman appears to be lining up all the
Yep.
correct answers.
That would have been a 6 value attack. Now I think you
That
still
would have
did the
been
action
pretty
gain.
nasty.
It's still worth, yeah. You still cast a spell, but let's see what Mitosis chooses to do. Do the attack again.
I think they're choosing to attack again. I mean, considering that
Yeah,
they
okay.
still have the same 3 defenses, that makes a lot of sense. And here is an interrogation into a Fire Burn and Cauldron Bubble, which will return another Fire Burn and Cauldron
Yeah.
Bubble,
Oh, that's
stopping interrogation from winning.
cool.
So Batman just gets a hand peek at the sisters and, oh yeah, look, I can see why they're being so aggressive with this hand.
I mean, technically, that kind of card, right? The wording. Their hero takes damage equal to its boost value, so the Wayward Sisters can choose which one takes damage.
Yes, but I think not letting Batman get the effect off
Yeah,
at all
it's
was
better.
the more important consideration.
Yeah, Batman has every answer in his utility belt. It's kind of looking like the Wayward Sisters has all the answers in this
They have
game.
all the answers into their little, like, component pouch.
Yeah.
It's like a D&D mage.
It's very neat how Batman's ability interacts with the Cauldron. Neat in the favor
Because
of
the
Wayward.
Cauldron is its own separate everyone.
Yeah. He already murdered Jason Todd. Well, no, yeah, actually, yeah.
Well, when you,
Oh,
when
yeah,
you
yeah,
think
okay,
about
okay.
it, when you think about it, isn't this a cauldron of a Lazarus pit?
Yeah, actually, it fits the bill. Cauldron single-handedly carrying the Yoru, Clayface, and Batman matchup.
I guess those are other fan decks that are also in this tournament. We may be in for some wild and wacky interactions tonight.
Okay, well, okay, Batman chooses to overdraw, actually. I guess just trying to survive. Yeah, discard, you boost with an attack. I mean, lacking
Yeah, they're
defenses
just boosting with
or
an attack.
just trying to go for fatigue? Because double maneuver there means that the
I
deck
don't necessarily
is...
think it's I don't necessarily think it's fatigue. I think it's more of a long game strategy because Batman's big attack is I Am the Knight, which
Yeah.
is a 4 to 7 shifts. If there are, I want to say 20 or more cards in his opponent's discard pile, so Batman is always trying to just play the longer game, and sometimes that just involves backing off for a bit and forcing initiative on the sisters.
Yeah. Although, say it like that, it kind of the breaking value. The moment that 20 cards enter the discard pile, the Wayward Sisters are happy to defend with breaking.
Yes, especially when you're this healthy.
Yeah. Also, Cobruh says it's 15, I think. Who is this? Hello, Cobruh.
Oh yes, if it's 15, that makes more sense because with how the cauldron interacts, there is currently a lot less than 15 because I currently count about 9 cards in the sister's discard. So I Am the Knight is going to take a while to charge up.
Yeah. There's a maneuver
We
boost.
see this
Yeah. You can attack with
with an unnatural remedy.
This is a shrimp. What's this? I don't actually know what are the symbols of.
I believe they're only missing the shrimp.
Okay, so this is a shrimp. Okay, they gain an action from it. This is 5.
Oh, yep, and this is the last double going into a Hidden by Shadows.
Okay. Oh, so doesn't gain an action. Will be a waste.
Would be a waste, but they could choose to deal a damage to. Let's see, what are their options? Their options are.
Okay, we play a scheme.
Oh. I know, yeah. Oh, that is a really good defensive hand for sisters.
This actually travelers with a hand peak. Very cool. So you just
Yes.
get to see. You can't do much with it just yet. Let's see how the other cards interact with that. I guess you can play this superstitious cowardly lot. But yeah.
Yep, and force out an inopportune defense. I think, but Batman does have action gain in his deck, so this could be the start of a chain.
Yeah. Wayward does have 2 wards to stop combo turns.
Yep, and this is a Ward into a Crusader combo.
Yeah.
Ward is going to shunt off Batman to a timeout corner, meaning that Sister Howlet will only take 1 point of damage.
Yeah. Pretty good for Wayward.
Very good for Wayward Sisters. Something wicked this way
Yeah.
comes.
Drag into action
Batman
game.
is going to get dragged into Venom's area, and
Oh,
then he
pinged.
will take a point of damage. I think the sisters are taking the opportunity to kill Batman.
Oh.
Yep.
Those were pretty good feints this game.
And I don't believe the
Hmm.
sisters are casting a
Yeah.
spell.
Surprising.
Huh. Oh wait, no, I think I know why. Because they have Curious Familiar in their hand.
Oh yeah. Okay. You can return something wicked again.
Mhm.
Do you play
Hmm.
Curious Familiar now on defense? Or something else?
Or do you play a
Actually,
ward to...
A natural remedy would also... Oh no, okay.
Oh, it's an interrogation. Which will lose against Curious Familiar because that was the only card in its discard pile.
Yeah. We just got to look at the hand again. Yeah, but Batman already knew that. Has a sudden discard, so this didn't deal any damage.
And yep, now that Batman has used all 3 of his feints,
It's time
this is
to
a
go. Yeah.
guaranteed 6 from Double Double. Batman will be able to move both fighters from this effect because he does win the combat, as this is the other 2 copies are in his discard pile. And yep, Sisters discharge the Cauldron, presumably gaining an action.
It's time to go.
It's time to go. Honestly, this is looking pretty bad for Batman because he needs I Am the Knight in order to clear out the damage, but that's
Yeah.
gonna be lethal over pricking.
How many cards in the discard pile now? 7, 8, 9, 10,
I
11, 12,
believe 1, 2, 3, 4,
17,
5.
I think.
Yeah, that is 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yep. It is enough for I Am the Knight to be triggered. So while it is online,
Freaking
if
is
it
online
finds a
too.
pricking, Batman loses on the spot.
Yeah.
That's a very rough conundrum for our Dark Knight, ladies and gentlemen.
And like,
And
does the Batman has any passes or similar effects?
I believe his only pass is attacking you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And yep, Sister Howlet, Sister Howlet is choosing to boost in with a double-double, running up to Batman, daring him, hit me, I dare you, but
Yeah.
what do they have in the tank? Oh, they have Stars Align.
Actually surprised there. I think Wayward could have just backed off there. Because the HP difference is...
No, I
mean, it's 2 cards to 5 now for Wayward. But I guess pricking is there as a threat still.
yeah, like, see?
You get 2 damage.
Like both copies of pricking, even if they only score 1 point of damage, that's enough.
Yeah.
It like Batman cannot interact now.
Yeah.
Now see, he's going into the corner to avoid the ping damage spell. And Sisters, they're ahead in deck. And they're ahead in deck even, and they have 1 more prophecy. Well, prophecy isn't strictly a pass, but
It's possible.
yeah. They're 1 card ahead and on deck, so Batman has to engage, but engaging is lethal.
Yeah.
I believe the Sisters have this game on lockdown.
Yeah. Really well played by Mitosis. Even if it was into Batman. Which...
Well,
but yeah.
actually, no, when we were crunching through it, Batman was one of the more impressive fighters because, as you noticed, he has a lot of combo breakers and a lot of very nasty effects on his defenses. So
Hmm.
the fact the Wayward Sisters were able to cinch this match at all is no small feat, to be honest.
Not enough prep time for Batman. Sofa says.
Nope.
Yeah. He'll get him next time.
Mhm.
Yeah, Wayward's up +2 in deck with Batman double maneuvers here. And then Prophecy still a pass at 0 cards in deck. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we,
Prophecy is a pass at 0 cards in deck. So yeah, no, like the sisters have this game on lockdown.
we don't actually get to see the... I mean, Batman might as well just play the big damage card just so we see it. Do it. I want to see it.
Is he about to do it?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Okay,
that's an
still,
always
still
prepared.
trying to win. Okay. Respectable.
He's still trying to win. Yep. Oh yeah, Batman chooses the one comp.
Yeah. Okay, it's just a ping. It's guaranteed now.
Yes. And this is a ward into an on the prowl.
Yeah, it's
And the
guaranteed.
sisters have that is the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Then you... Oh, actually, no. Huh. That's cute.
Oh, right. Batman shoves
yeah, you
off
can do
Sister
that.
Howlet into the single
Yeah,
space
yeah.
zone.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's kind of like prolonging the inevitable, but it's kind of neat.
Mhm. And I believe Mitosis is actually using the cauldron to gain an action. Oh,
Yeah.
yep, he's going in one more time. And I believe, this is a Stars Align, Endure, and Hidden in Shadows. This is 5 value and should be lethal because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I do count 6 spaces for the sisters, so that
Okay.
is -1 to 12 in their favor. But what are your impressions of Batman?
Very kind of a vanilla design. Does have a lot of hand peaks, but doesn't seem too oppressive with it. Or maybe just this game wasn't like the best display of like how powerful Batman was in your practices. This
Oh yeah,
game kind
no.
of looked like a Wayward Sisters game, just Mitosis running the board. But yeah,
Oh yeah, no, like the fact that the fact that the sisters have a separate area from their discard was huge.
yeah.
But let's go to the interview room and see
Yeah.
how that one went. Was a master. That was a
That has been batted.
that was a masterclass sisters act.
It's the
Oh
defeating
my-
bat.
Oh my gosh.
All of
Thank
those
you.
all of those cauldron retrieval effects screwed him so hard.
They did. They did. It was so freaking. And oh my god. Wait, what was the final result? What did you hit me with here? Was it like a 6?
A6.
Okay.
So it is -1 to 12 in the sisters' favor.
Yep. Yeah. Dude, those return from discard pile actually like messed me up.
Dude,
Oh my god.
The immediate on Firebird and Cauldron Bubble is so sick. It actually mattered.
Yeah.
God.
My god.
I'm
And you
sorry I
freaking-
complained about you sisters. I'm glad you're on my roster now.
And you like freaking blew up the Robin
Oh my
instantly.
Bro,
So here's the thing. No, I had Robin cards. I was sitting on a bunch of Robin cards the entire time, which was the problem. I didn't.
You do realize that most of the blocks in the deck are any's, right?
Yes, but the thing is, and this is a lapse in my judgment, is that I honestly didn't expect the double. I thought Mitosis might have just been like chucking something to chuck it, and I'd be like, I can preserve these cards for later. And then Robin exploded into a gajillion pieces. And I was like, uh-oh, this is a bad spot now.
Wait, where is it? So if you look really closely at
Yeah.
the art of Double Double. You see how she is kind of holding something here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's like it's a little cut off because of where her head is, but like you can kind of see something like this on the art if you look closely.
Oh, I see. It's Robin. Oh, I
Yeah.
get it. Oh, yeah. That was super tight.
Yeah.
Much closer than the other one.
Yeah, like honestly, even though it's like 12 to -1, dude, I was running out of time.
Mm-hmm.
From the peanut gallery, sisters look like they had this locked down 5 turns ago.
Yeah, but like, okay, once Batman got down to 1 health, I
Yeah.
had to call out the interrogation into the last pricking, because if he didn't, yeah, he dies, but as long as Batman has 2 health, he can just kind of go for stuff, you know?
Yeah. Especially because there's only one pricking left, so I could have like attempted to go nuclear. That was like my win condition at the time. I was trying to get both batarang disarms in hand so that I could set up a scenario where I could just sort of go crazy mode. But it didn't happen. It was too late. I felt really smart with the on the prowl defense into the closet to avoid the ping, and my toes got me anyways. So
But I was sick. I was sick. I thought I had the guarantee with the ward.
Any comments from you guys?
Oh yeah, just about the only one for me was like, oh yeah, also the other reason it looked like the sisters had it locked down was that Batman couldn't take exhaustion damage, whereas Prophecy was a pass on an empty deck. So it was like the sisters win the long game if Batman has to engage, and he kind of had to engage, and then he dies to both copies of pricking. And there was only like one block where he doesn't take any damage from both copies.
That is true.
Really well played by the Wayward Sisters. So, yeah, I mean, like, for said that Batman seemed like a pretty powerful fighters in your practice, but that didn't really get to show this game. Maybe just like specific how their decks interact, because canceling Batman's ability with the recursion there was pretty massive, multiple times.
Yeah. And I can't toss the I am the knight to just eliminate a dude, which was really hard. I was like, oh no, freaking's gonna eat me if I do. So I really had to wait.
Yeah, when I finally ditched my Cauldron and went above 15 is the turn after I drew the first pricking.
Yeah.
That also explains why you were so conservative with casting spells.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just trying to keep all that stuff out of the discard pile, which was something we realized as we went into the matchup.
Also, like, not to stick on this game for too long, but man, I am really proud of the double doubles that game.
Yes.
It's like attacking a one, keeping the Cauldron long enough to bring it back with the cat, and then play it again. Like, sisters are so sick. I need to play them more, and I love them.
I was really hoping to pull that Curious Familiar really early on. That would have been huge for me. That's what I called, by the way, in the first Superstitious. I called Curious Familiar because I really wanted that swing.
Yeah, if you stole the cat, oh, that's pain.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go to game 3.
And then, by process of elimination, our last match for round 3 will be Princess Kaguya versus Superman at Times Square. I believe I can just sum up Superman as Bigfoot 2.0, but, you know, actually healthy for the game. His passive is that at the start of a turn, he gets to move a number of spaces up to the zone he's in, so even though he is move 2, he oftentimes isn't. And his deck is very simple, very straightforward. I have better numbers than you.
Okay, we start Kaguya maneuvers. Who is a pretty yeah, Snark Knight's actually here in the chat.
Hello, Snark.
Okay. Kaguya on the other hand, what does Kaguya do?
Kaguya has 5 requests, which are basically special schemes she plays, and she sets them next to an opponent. In this case, there's only one Superman, and for each request that an opponent has, Kaguya gains +1 to the value of her attacks against that opponent's heroes. So Superman is basically caught between a rock and a hard place, where he has to choose between completing the request and bleeding out value, or leaving them on and essentially enduring a fire wrath that has like +3 on it. And Kaguya's cards get pretty nasty when they're when they get to higher values. One of them is essentially a 2x version of Snicker Snack from Alice's deck. One of them is a 2 value that has action gain, which can have the attack modifier slapped onto it. One of them is a 4 with self-combat damage,
Is
and one
that right? The number of spaces moved, but okay, sure. That's a boost one. Okay. Oh,
and that is a Super Breath, which is Superman's cancel,
yeah.
going into a Glare of the Moon, which is a 4 that is only playable by her retainers.
Just 2
And
damage.
here we
Yeah.
see a Last Son of Krypton going into a Forgotten Compassion. Forgotten Compassion lets Kaguya search your deck for requests, reveal it, and add it to your hand. Last Son of Krypton is essentially Superman's version of, say, Savagery. He gets to recover a card and he gets to recover health and draw cards if he wins, but he did not, so
Yeah.
he's
Fully
left
defended.
empty-handed.
It's pretty good for Kaguya. Oh, discarding the request.
Request.
Interesting. Wonder why.
And-
Don't you want those requests online as soon as possible or no?
Keen Hearing actually requires the opponent to discard a random card, so Kaguya didn't have a
Oh.
choice in the matter.
Oh, okay, it's random. Never mind.
But Kaguya does have a card that cares about requests in her discard pile, so she isn't totally out of luck.
You're actually playing pretty fast. You can't just what the cards effects are. Draw 1 card. This is the first action. Okay. Okay. Both guys are just drawing.
Yep, and then I think we see Kaguya basically trying to huddle up in a fort with her retainers,
Yeah.
trying to play it slow, maybe maybe get some value out of, maybe try to bleed Superman out of value, but she is behind on deck, curiously enough. Yep, Superman attacks the retainer.
This is what I meant to
We
shift.
see a
Okay.
Memento Shift into a Moonlit Flash, which is pretty good interaction for Superman because
Yeah.
he still deals
1
the 1
damage.
point of damage needed. And then Superman backs off, which allows Kaguya the opportunity to either go in or continue to sit back if she wants to. Kaguya has a lot of stall tools at her potential to drag out the gain if she finds that the window she has doesn't materialize, so either option is honestly valid for her, and we could see either of them at this moment. But I do think we're trying to see her go in. No,
Generally, Kaguya is like an aggro fighter or a very flexible one.
um, she's kind of like Dracula, where she basically has this like one moment where she goes in and then milks that opportunity for all it's worth. Typically, when there's like 3 to 2 requests on the opponent, so
Yeah.
she's basically like a +2 to +3 character for like a specific window in the game. We see Kaguya boost with a Fires of Mount Fuji, which adds +1 for each request in her discard pile. Right now it's only a 3, so makes sense, but that is damage that she could have later on.
Yeah.
And that is a Super Breath into an
Okay.
Impossible Beauty,
I mean,
Superman taking 2 points of damage.
basically still getting hit with faint punches effectively.
Mhm.
Not too bad for Kaguya. And then we see another random
Mhm.
discard.
And then another hand peek. And ooh, not good options for Superman, but this isn't really a hand Kaguya can go in on either.
Yeah. So we do have like an action gain in with 2 feints in the discard pile for Superman.
Mhm.
So it's you could just show it and then just see what happens.
Here's a feather
Ooh.
robe into a heat vision.
Okay. Still, yeah, 2 damage.
But
The retainers probably attack with a 4. The glare of the moon.
probably.
Just worth throwing.
Probably.
Actually,
Just
Superman's to
make.
pinned too.
Oh, yes. Superman is
Oh.
effectively pinned, and that's, yep, another super breath into Glare of the Moon. So that is all of Superman's cancels gone.
You see a double maneuver. Now, Kaguya can do
Mhm.
the actual pin if they want to, but not necessary. You just stay there, put
Not
Kaguya there.
necessary, and I don't even think it's advisable, to be honest. Because Superman, if he wants, because Superman is capable of throwing some very big scary numbers, and with cards like Last Son of Krypton, he actually wants to get stuck into combat. He also noticeably has a 4-value versatile called Leap Tall Buildings in a single bound that just lets him go anywhere he wants. So there's not really much of a point in pinning Superman.
We see it. No. Unchained.
Into an Ended Exile. Ended Exile is effectively a sidekick revive, so Superman takes care of one retainer, and then spawns in another.
Yeah.
Alright, and now we see Kaguya go up to 7.
You have another
Do
4 here.
we
Kaguya.
probably.
That would be perfect. With no more feints.
Yeah, with no more feints, like, you can play whatever you want. Nope. There is a Leap Tall Buildings in a single bound into a Courtly Grace. So Superman will discard 1 card, but he will not get incited. And yep, Superman chooses to discard the scheme.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Superman's up in deck. And yeah, Kaguya has to boost here. Boost 3 though.
Mhm.
Okay.
But they're just
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
they're just choosing to play a request.
Perfect, perfect. Actually, it's the first one we see actually getting played.
So Kaguya will get a +1 as long as this request remains on the board.
He really did jump that building.
Mhm.
Yeah. A tall building. In a single bound.
And from one side of the board to another. And seeing
Yeah.
as we're in Times Square, the card literally did what it said.
Yeah. We see a boost. Oh, maybe we can see another request being played.
Most of the requests are passes.
Thinking about it though. Might just boost in. Okay.
Oh, yep, they're boosting in with another cross-fast space. And yep, Kaguya is going in on Superman.
Okay, fair enough. You can just keep going.
Yep.
And the card draw does help neutralize the deck advantage Superman was building there.
Mhm. Ooh, but that's a 5-value beauty going into an X-ray vision.
Basically a 6. It's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage. Kaguya has quite the health differential, but Superman is capable of reducing that.
Yeah. Superman does draw 1 card. Did he draw a card?
Mhm. I think he did. Oh, yep. And there's a locomotive going into a Forgotten Compassion, which will get rid of the Fire at Robe
Yeah.
request. But will give Kaguya the chance to fish for another one.
You just go in another 6. Actually, I don't think Superman drew. Let me see. Superman draw.
Ooh. It's a heroic interception into the last cancel.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Oh no.
Snark Knight also got it in the chat. Okay.
And Kaguya is going to play another her request, which is the Dragon's Jewel.
Yep, the one that we just found. Okay. Which one do you put at the bottom? Maybe the 6? Or the defense. Fair enough. Okay. The disengage,
It's a
actually.
defense.
You're
Because
this is a spooky
Superman's only
hand.
2
Like,
blocks are 2 blank 5s.
it's a very stupid hand, actually. It's like 3 blank cards. Yeah.
Welcome to being Superman, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, yeah, Superman just goes in, you attack with a 6. Fair enough. I think
Into a
Kaguya's
Forgotten
okay with that.
Compassion.
Although, actually, it's interesting that searching the deck for a request basically does count as a draw. So it does affect Kaguya.
However, I think the better part of this is that's Kaguya's last 4 block, and she has played. She only has 1 cancel left to stop the other copy of Last Son of Krypton.
Yeah.
Yep.
You see Superman getting a lot of value from the ability throughout the game.
Kaguya maneuvers. Will she play?
Even a 4 with
Will
the
she
lands.
play?
You have to bait this out, I think. Yeah. Oh, but you did know that there was a 5 Superman's hand.
Yes. I think Kaguya's trying to bait blocks out of Superman's hand.
Okay. I guess Superman's in a pretty good position.
Ooh.
That's right.
Yep. Kaguya plays the action gain request, so Kaguya technically has a 3 action turn.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we'll just try to win here now. If you can't win it here, then you're not winning.
Yeah.
Maybe you can one more Stellar Blade into a 5 would be the perfect interaction.
Right? And then maybe Superman doesn't have any more blocks in his hand, or is like subpar blocks.
With a Stellar Blade. Okay.
Yep.
1 damage.
Unfortunately, that's oh yeah, 2 damage because that's a 4.
Yeah, but that wasn't into the 5. Which I think
Yeah.
Kaguya really wanted.
Yep, Man of Steel into a Moonlight Flash. So no damage. And then one last go at Superman. And that's going to be a maneuver.
No. That's it, I think. Superman wins it. The Man of Steel does it again. Probably. We'll see. The game isn't finished yet, but yeah. Yeah, Kaguya has 4 cards left, all in all. I guess how many defenses does Superman still have, actually? No more 5s, no more
Superman
extras.
still has 1 more copy of Unchained and 1 more copy of Leap Tall Buildings in a single bound.
Oh yeah, that's a massive one too. 4 value, versatile with movement. Yeah. And actually, there's still 2 momentum shifts. So if forced, you can still defend with those. Might actually just double maneuver your Superman if you feel that you need the defenses. I don't think Kaguya has any more action gain.
No.
Yeah, so be good. I mean, Kaguya has a maneuver per action, so you just need 1 defense, honestly.
Yep, Kaguya goes in. And will attack Superman. That is an Unchained into a 5 value Courtly Grace, so that will be 2 points of damage.
Yeah, you do get to rip something out, but what do you do? You're about the 6. Superman has still so much other stuff to attack you with. You can rip out a momentous
Yeah,
shift,
no,
but no, Superman just attacks you.
I believe Superman has lethal here.
Yeah. Yeah, Kaguya has to defend, and I don't think she can deal 7 damage in 1 hit later. Actually, Heroic Interception also draws a card. Okay.
Oh,
I mean, that's something you draw a card now. You maneuver next action. Okay, GG.
wait, no. Kaguya has one more ace up her sleeve.
Another request.
Yes, one of her requests places her anywhere. Wait a sec. Kaguya has lethal
Oh, actually,
because I believe this is a 7 value. Fires of Mount Fuji into a oh wait, no.
yeah, we
Momentous shift.
There were 2 defenses there. It's either tall buildings or momentous shift.
Mhm. Yep. And Superman wins the game by leaping tall buildings in a single bound.
Yeah.
Any attack would have really done, considering that Kaguya is literally out of cards.
Yeah. Should have done it with heat vision. 0 value attack for the win.
Right? Alright, let's go check in with our players.
Requests. I don't know where my request. Where?
So unfortunate. The entire time I was like, okay, if I go in, there's a chance I just get clapped by the game to action request, but like, I gotta be active, so you can't start attacking with versatiles.
Yep. Yeah. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, okay, I just gotta like keep attacking like with stuff I got, I guess. But the
Yeah.
problem was that you can actually kind of ignore these retainers. Or like you were able to ignore these retainers on a lot of turns, rather.
Absolutely.
And I wasn't like able to attack with the retainers as much, probably as much as I would have liked.
I mean, dude, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
This shit hurt.
yeah, I like domed you for 2 damage every single time. Yeah, that's true.
Like, I didn't have to discard, which was kind of awesome in the end, but damn.
Yeah, that was like every single card mattered
Literally.
game there.
Oh, man. That was a good
like
game, though.
that was a good game. I'm not even mad. Oh, my heart. Yeah, I really. I just needed to like be. I just needed to find like a bit more damage. It's like all I needed.
Yeah, 3 damage. So it's like if you fainted that last sun, which was risky. I knew you had the feint, but I figured like you're being really cagey with it. I think I just gotta rip it now.
Yeah.
You feint the last sun. I'm down to 1, and then like 1 damage is so easy to pick up at some point.
Yeah. Very true. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Fudge, man. That was
So,
cool.
That was good. Commentators,
That was good.
opinions.
You know, you love to see these games that go to exhaustion where every card counts.
Yeah.
Like, these are my favorite kinds of games.
There was a point there, like,
Montage, how was
wondering when
yeah.
you knew the Superman had 2 5-value defenses in your hand, then you still attacked with the Glare of the Moon. I mean,
Yeah.
what was that about? Or
I just needed to take an attack action.
I guess
I just needed to do it. I just needed
No.
to, because
Yeah. Sorry.
I just needed to force a reaction out,
Yeah.
and if for whatever reason Mitosis used the Man of Steel, then I got a reaction.
Yeah.
That means it would be easier for my Fires of Mount Fuji to get through. And if for whatever reason Mitosis didn't defend with the Man of Steel, then it would have gotten damage and value out. So
Yeah.
it was just one of those turns where I felt like I had to do something.
Also, it was one of those like really weird. I know that you know that I know thing because like I knew you had the action game, and
Yeah.
you knew I had the 5 block. So it's like, okay, are you going to throw the action game because you know I have the 5 block, or because you know I have the I know that you have the action game, so you throw the 4 because you know I have the 5 block, and I'm not gonna throw the 5 block into the action. Yeah.
It was a super weird turn. I also don't think. I also think I was like being cautious of putting Kaguya up front because I wanted Superman, I think, to fight through a retainer for another action or so. So yeah, I mean,
Why didn't you want to put Kaguya up?
it's oh, you know, it's
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
And then now that you mentioned it, I actually don't know why at all. Yeah. How is this streaming the games montage? These are like basically all new
That's-
decks to you, right?
Especially like this game specifically, you guys were playing so fast. Like I don't know what the cards do. And like you were playing a card, I was trying to read the text. I wasn't saying anything in the stream. I was just looking at the cards. Then you would take them to the discard piles and you would play the next one. What the hell? Like with the first 2 games, the first game it's like you were playing them a bit off screen sometimes, so I would just miss them. The second game was a bit slower.
Yeah.
Wayward Sisters, at least I know how their deck works, so that one was okay. But this one's like you guys were playing so fast. Like, I don't know what the fuck was happening.
I mean, like, okay, shout out to Snark Knight. That guy is sick as hell. Superman is kind of like basically Bigfoot. All of these skills you get from like playing Bigfoot kind of transfer over into Superman. So I mean this in like the best way possible because I actually really like Bigfoot. So when you play this deck, everything just feels natural. It's incredible. I love Superman.
Yeah. Mikage has been really tricky for me to figure out. I lost my last game with her, as well. Frankly, I think it's just a deck that I like need to put more time into. A lot of weird micro decisions based on your sidekicks and like your request order, and it's really like not fiddly. But like I feel like I'm managing like a freaking circuit board.
I think that seems to happen a lot with whatever I make.
You know, we gotta grind her out sometime. Train you to be a killing machine with her.
I know.
This was
Well,
awesome.
thanks for the games.
Thank you, man. These were great.
Thanks for the game.
These are all
I wanted
awesome.
to play you in tournament forever. I am glad that we finally met.
That's true. Oh my god, wait, you're right. This is our first tournament game together. Oh my god. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna finish my beer to that.
Cheers.
Ah, yes. Alcohol makes Unmatched better.
Amen.
Yep. I'm not driving after this.
No, I'm home. I'm good. I don't work tomorrow.
All right. Well, I think we better get out of here, I guess, to make space for the next guys.
Yes, we should.
But welcome to the Gauntlet montage. Hope you survived the experience. Thanks for the games. See you guys later.
See you guys later.
Yeah, Blair. I'll see you.
Yeah.